Plan ahead to maximize your garden harvest. Rebel Canners teaching all kinds of food preservation methods, including the old ways. And we all need more old ways these days. Grow high-value crops. What I mean by grow high-value crops is I'm not going to buy products that I can buy cheaply already that are good quality. So while I can grow regular potatoes here quite easily, I'm not going to because I give them given to me every year by being able to go and glean from a farmer's field. I'm not going to grow those for myself. I'm going to grow things that are really expensive for me to buy and use my space efficiently. Start your garden early and end your garden late. What I mean by this is I'm going to finally get that greenhouse. Finished. But I'm also going to start plants indoors early. And then I'm going to use covers to grow things later in the year and extend my growing season here in Michigan. That's what I mean by start early and start your plants and grow late into the season. Grow fruits and berries in your garden. I'm going to grow fruits. These are more costly in my area, and they come earlier in the season. So they're going to come in June, strawberries, and then followed by raspberries. And I'm going to grow these things because they don't compete with the harvest with my other garden vegetables. So it's really beneficial to me to grow strawberries and raspberries as opposed to other things because they don't compete for my time. Grow what works for you and your zone. I'm going to grow what does well in my climate and with my soil type. I'm here in Michigan. I'm not going to be growing olives and lemons. I just can't. So I'm going to look for things that are either bred specifically here in Michigan or are traditionally grown here in Michigan. And I'm going to emphasize on those things rather than experimenting with things I know I can't grow. Grow what you can drink, not just what you can eat. So we spend a lot of money on flavored drinks and soda pop, and I'm really working hard this year to replace that by having a tea garden and by growing rhubarb for making shrubs to replace like lemonade. And also I am really working on my apple orchard so that I can have cider. So space for premium things like this to replace the things I'm using at the grocery store. I can't emphasize this enough. Plant perennials. Edible plants that come back year after year save you time, money, and maintenance. So why wouldn't you put an emphasis on those things like asparagus, rhubarb, horseradish, Jerusalem artichokes, herbs, things that are going to come back year after year that you don't have to keep buying seed for. So I've really put a lot of emphasis on starting with those bones and structure for my garden over annuals. Plant high yield crops. In my garden, I'm looking for high producers. So I'm going to look for varieties that are known to be high producers because I need to get the maximum yield from my space. So that's an important priority. It's no good to spend all this time nurturing this wonderful little heirloom tomato and get 3 tomato plant off the plants. That's not going to help me feed my family. So when I'm looking at a garden to feed my family, I am looking at whether it's a producing variety rather than just an heirloom variety. Plant herbs. I already touched on it once, but I want to touch on herbs again. Herbs are very pricey to buy, but they take all of your food and all your cooking up way high a notch and can make things that are not quite the best very palatable. So I'm going to put a lot of emphasis in my garden on herbs that I use a lot of: dill, parsley, thyme, oregano. I want to make sure that I have those in my garden so I don't have to go out and buy them, and I can benefit from them, and my meals will benefit from them. What good is it to grow all these tomatoes and have no basil for sauce? Try new things or try really old things. That being said, it doesn't mean I can't have fun with my garden and try something new every year. So every year I try to grow one new variety of something to see if I like it, to see if my family likes it, to see if we want to grow it again. So don't forget to have a little fun and plant something fun. Don't go overboard. Don't grow too much of one thing that you can't use it. Like 6 zucchini plants would be a waste of time, a waste of space, and you'd probably never use all of that. You'd be just giving it away. So be sure to be realistic in how many plants you really need of some things. Don't go overboard. I mean, just because you like tomatoes doesn't mean you want to plant 27 different varieties. Try to keep it simple. Go vertical. Go vertical. Plant trellises. Plant arches. Get your vining crops going upright and save a lot of space in your garden. Okay? You only have so much square footage, so you've got to think vertical. Interplant crops. Interplant your crops. Plant radishes that you'll be pulling out before your main crop grows up. Underneath some of your plants, plant some spinach that likes shade. Interplant flowers between plants so that you're attracting pollinators. As something is starting to die out, slowly sow beside it something for the next succession. Succession plant so you don't have everything coming in all at once. Succession plant. So don't plant everything at once. Plant same things 2 weeks apart so you're getting a steady harvest across your season, not just all at one time. Even if you're planning on canning, you still want some to eat fresh as your season extends. So make sure that you're doing succession planting. And succession planting doesn't just mean as soon as you pull out your spring crop, planting your summer crop. It also means, planting some of the same things every 2 weeks so you get a fresh harvest of them all through so you can eat fresh foods that you enjoy all through your season. Check out this playlist for more garden tips and canning garden tips. If you enjoy my content, be sure to hit the like button so I know which kinds of videos I need to make more of. And if you're not already, please be sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss my videos. Thank you. Have a great day.